Hi, everyone. My name is Jackie Wetzler, and I'm 29 years old, and I live in Denver, Colorado. And I'd like to tell you a little about myself and my story on why I do what I do. So, before I was living in Denver, I was actually living in Casper, Wyoming, and I was a news reporter there. I always wanted to be on TV, so I did exactly that. But soon after, I realized that just wasn't the lifestyle that I wanted. I craved the time and financial freedom. I didn't want to go to a building every day. I didn't want to work for someone else's dream. I wanted to build my own dream. And so I got out of the news and I did some soul searching. And I actually posted a comment on Facebook in search of a life coach. And a good friend of my mother and I reached out to me. And we get on the phone and she asked me, "What do you look for in the perfect job?" And I told her, well, I don't want a 9 to 5 job. I don't want to work in a cubicle. I want to be my own boss and I want to help people. And with that, she laughed and she's like, you might not want to hear this, but you might want to talk to your mom. So let me rewind and tell you a little bit about my mom. My mom, Debbie Wetzler, she's always been an entrepreneur herself. Her background was interior decorating. So she lives in the Washington, D.C. area. And this was the first time in 2008 she started working. She stepped out of interior decorating and started working for a man, helping him build a children's software company. And he ended up not being able to build a business. He ended up going bankrupt, and it left my mom with no income and no job. And she was 60 years old at the time. Now, this was the first time in her life that she was not okay financially. She could afford everything except our mortgage. And the last thing she wanted to do was to tell me that we were going to be homeless. And soon after, she got the letter of foreclosure and she just burst into tears. And she was like, please, God, I'll do anything. Please send me something where I can help people, but then also turn my life financially around. Uh, and it was the very next day, she hadn't even gotten out of bed yet, where a good friend of hers from Carbondale, Colorado called her and said, Debbie, there's been a scientific medical breakthrough. It saved 3 of my best friends' lives. I think you should know about it. You love to help people. And if you are interested, there's an opportunity attached to it. So she goes downstairs and watches a video she sent 3 or 4 times. And she just said, man, if this is real, this has got to be huge. But she gets the product and technology, and the first person she takes it to was a friend of hers who happened to be a molecular biologist, graduated from Johns Hopkins, and was working at our National Institute of Health in the DC area. And she takes a look at the information and she almost falls off her chair. And she goes, Debbie, I've been studying these molecules for 17 years. We've had scientists from around the world come and try to do this. She's like, are you telling me someone was finally able to stabilize these molecules outside the body in a bioactive form? And my mom goes, yes. And she goes, this is massive. This will change the medical field as you know it. And she even said that they are so tiny that they cross the blood-brain barrier. So you will see significant impacts with all the mental challenges. And so she drove down and told my brother and I to start taking this. And she said, I wish I had this when I was in my 20s. It would have prevented me from all sorts of stuff, because now that we have obviously stress and environmental toxins and the malnutrition that we have now, our cells are constantly breaking down. And so within just 2 months, she was able to get a re-modification of her loan. And within a year and a half, she was making 6 figures just by telling people about this wonderful technology that was saving and changing people's lives. And so that's my mom's story. And so when it was brought to my attention that maybe I should take another look at this, I kind of rolled my eyes, and you don't know what you don't know. But she got me on the phone with two girls around my age, and both got in for different reasons. One was a health reason. She was hit by a drunk driver and completely uh, had disrupted her whole life. But within taking this technology, within a few months, completely reversed it, and now you can even tell that she has anything wrong with her. And the second person that I talked to was kind of like my reason. She had saw her mom building this huge company and this huge opportunity, and craving that financial and time freedom while also helping people. And so I just thought, if they could do this, then I could probably do this. And literally 2 weeks later was our convention. And that's where it blew me away. It was the best 4 days of my life. I got to hear people's testimonies, see the science, meet the founders. And I've already been around these people for 8 years. So I already knew they were the most down to earth, loving, most compassionate people that I've ever met in my entire life. So I just felt like I was in the right place at the right time. And so that's a little bit about my story. And if you'd like to know why I chose ASEA as my network marketing company, please watch How to Choose the Right Network Marketing Company video. Thank you so much and have a great day.